Okay, I'm running into a bit of a problem. Something that all photographers and videographers can feel. I'm running out of storage space on my computer as well as my hard drives. So I picked something up that'll hopefully solve that problem. So I'm sure those of you watching that do photography, you guys probably have a pile of these little SSDs as well, just floating around for backup. I currently have 3 of these Samsung SSDs, 2 of the Shields, and then 1 of just the T7 regular ones. This little drive holds 2 terabytes of data. So these things are small, they're convenient to use, easy to just throw in your backpack or your laptop bag to bring with you when you're editing. They're really not a great long-term solution for storing files in my opinion. And you can't access them unless you actually have them with you and you're plugging them in. So, plus the cost of these things have now skyrocketed because of AI and the chip shortages. So back when I had bought this T7 Shield, I think I paid like around $150 for it, plus or minus. Now when I just pulled it up on Amazon, these are going for $474. So easily just tripled the price on the same exact thing for 2 terabytes. So what I really need is something with high capacity storage that can just live on my desk and not go anywhere and have all my files backed up on there. And I could still use the small SSDs when I'm traveling or on the road, but then ultimately I'll be backing them up on my drive that's here at the house. And that's why I'm hoping that this guy will help solve my problem. This is the Ugreen NASync DH2300. Kind of a mouthful as with any electronic item trying to be clever. But basically it's my own home cloud storage solution. So there's 2 models of this specific product. The one I got is the 2300. It has 2 slots in it for hard drives and a max capacity of 64 terabytes. The larger one, which is the 4300 model, has 4 slots and that goes up to 128 terabytes, which is crazy massive amount of storage. I mean, if you're doing a lot of video work, something like this is gonna save you a ton. So back to the 2300 that I got. This one on Amazon right now is $187. That does not include any hard drives. That is literally just the case with the software in it. And you can buy whatever size drives you want for it depending on your budget. I went with the Western Digital Red Plus 12 terabyte drive. One of these 12 terabyte drives cost me about $440 on Amazon. If you compare that to one of these little Samsung Shields, which only has 2 terabytes, this thing's $474 right now on Amazon. So I'm getting 6 times the storage capacity on a single drive for this NAS system, which is a crap ton of more space for less money. I'll add another drive later. I don't need a second one right now. The 12 terabyte one will last me a while, so I'll just save the money for now and just wait until I get close to filling that guy up before adding more space. I'm not going to go through all the tech specs on this device. You guys can look that up online and see if it's something that you're into. This video is not sponsored by Ugreen. I paid for everything. I will put an affiliate link down below if you guys are interested in checking it out though. This video, I just want to bring you guys along as I set this thing up and use it for the first time. Hopefully it's as easy as they say it is. I haven't really gone through the instructions yet, so let's figure it out. Let's get this done. All right, so first step to setting this guy up, let's take his top off. And we're going to pull out tray number 1. And I got this Western Digital. Got this Western Digital Red Plus 12 terabyte. That's going to be my main drive going in there. Still making them. Shout out to Forrest. I know the guy that makes these. Okay, moisture bag. Ugreen bag. It came with 2 sets of screws depending on what size hard drive you have. So we have 2.5 inch hard drive and 3.5 inch hard drive. The metal connectors facing down, so metal connectors here. Metal connectors down in there, like so. Dive around a little bit to line up the holes because they're a little not exact. And I'm not tightening them all the way, I'm just getting them fairly secure so I can make sure to get the other side in before I fully tighten it. requires 4, it looks like, 2 on either side. Nothing on the bottom for this drive, so that's good. Okay. Make sure we line it up with the pins on the inside down here. Well, I guess you can reference the number 2. It's got the number 1. This number 2 is in the front, this number 1's on the front, so that way works too. Just make sure you get that in. Oh, and we're in. This cover's pretty cool too. It's magnetic, so when you put it on, it has like a nice satisfying click. Just goes right in place. Always love little details like that. All right, so I got the hard drive installed in here, and I've got the Ethernet cable, and I just put the power plug underneath. Okay, there's the power. Let's plug in the Ethernet cord. Cool. That's plugged in. Get that plugged into my router. All right, so this is the quick start guide that came with it. I scan the QR code, and it brings me to a download center, which, I mean, it's really for my computer, not my phone. On this page, start up your NAS. Connect the device to power using adapter. I just did that. Connect the NAS to a router. Ethernet cable. I just did that. Now press the power button to turn it on. Turn off. Press and hold the button for 5 seconds. So let's go ahead and turn it on. See what happens. Here we go. Discover the NAS device via browser. So open a browser and go to find UGNAS.com to detect devices. All right, quick update before I go in the browser. It started making some noise and beeping, so the lights are turning on now. Disk 1 is on, so disk 1's white, so I'm good there. It's reading the disk. The LAN was flashing red. Now it's flashing white, so it's still just trying to connect to the internet. All right, got my computer open. We're gonna go to find.ugreens.com. That was quick. All right, DH2300, A25A. Shut up, cookies. So, what do you mean unreachable? Select the device you want to connect to. It says not initialized for some reason. I don't know what that means. So when I go to that website, the device is showing up here, but now I'm trying to connect and it's not connecting. So they're still having some trouble here. Let's try with the phone, see if I can connect it anyway. Let's try the NFC. Ugreen NAS download, available App Store. All right, let's try it. New device registration. Allow Ugreen NAS to find devices on local networks. Yeah, because I need to connect to my laptop. New device registration, no device found. Fantastic. Maybe it's on a different, dang it, maybe it's on a different Wi-Fi. Let's see. All right, it's a minor issue. I had to connect to a different Wi-Fi network. Basically, the way we have ours set up at home is we have 2 Wi-Fi networks because of our smart home devices. They got booted off. I had to put them on a different bandwidth, basically. So I switched over to that Wi-Fi, and now my device is showing up on here. So let's go ahead and get this thing registered. But there it is. Let's register it. Okay, I'll put a name for my device. Next step, it says administrator account. So I just gotta make an account, I guess. Okay, I just created my administrator account, and now it's saying to bind an email address so I can access anywhere, anytime. All right, so I put my code in to initialize it, and now I guess it's finishing the setup for the device, it looks like. Loading UGOS Pro system files. Keep your device connected to a power source. Estimated time remaining, 20 minutes. All right, well, I guess I'll be back in 20 minutes, guys. All right, so that thing said it was gonna take like 20 minutes. It really only took like 5 minutes. Now it's a welcome screen, so let's see what we got. Storage pool, so it's showing me my hard drives that are connected. So this is the one thing that's super annoying with freaking hard drives. If it says it's a 12 terabyte hard drive, give me 12 terabytes of storage. Don't keep your freaking software on there to take up space. Make it a 13 terabyte drive and put your storage on there and give me 12. Those literally say the same exact thing. So I'm just gonna go with the basic. This is more beneficial once I get a second hard drive installed, because then I'll have a redundant drive that I can copy the data to. So like it's saying here, data will get lost if this hard drive fails. So if I have a second hard drive, it'll duplicate it. Give me more security. Formatting the drive. It's making some noise over there. All right, well, this looks like it might take a little bit of time to optimize the drive. I'm only at 4%. So in the meantime, I checked back on the computer. I just reloaded the website, and now it says normal. So whereas before it said initializing, so I'm gonna wait to hit connect until this thing's all done updating, but that's a good sign. So I guess first step is to use your phone. Download page where the app was. Select model NAS DH2300. We got firmware updates, but first I need to NAS macOS. Okay, macOS, Apple M. Let's download this guy. See if this lets me connect. Okay, so I got this application installed now. So inside the Ugreen NAS app now, you can create different types of folders. Shared folder, regular folder, okay. Operations, deletion, renaming, permission settings for the shared folder available here. You can enable personal folder here for users. Yes, that is my folder. My personal folder now. Let's make a new folder, and I'm gonna call this, I like saving stuff by years, so let's go 2024. Let's go inside that folder. I mean, it's basically like a finder within a finder. So let's go grab some files from 2024. All right, so it's uploading the files. It's not very obvious. They should have something more obvious here that's uploading it. Up here in the task center, you can see that this is going on. I feel like that should open automatically when I start putting files in there, so it kind of gives me a progress report. Okay, so copy my folder over. And here's my progress. Well, this is definitely going to take a while because it's telling me that my status is 11.5, 8.4 megabytes a second. That is like way slow. I'm uploading a smaller folder right now. Let's see how quick that goes. I don't know if this number is the upload speed or what that is, but that is like pretty pathetically slow. I don't know if that's because of the hard drive that's in there or because of the network. All right, so I just did a quick firmware update. Up here in the notifications tab, it said there was a new firmware update, so I just installed that so everything was up to date. And I'm uploading some more files to the drive. Again, I don't know what the speed issue is. I feel like I should be faster than this, so I don't know. I'll have to keep trying it and we'll see how it is. But I mean, for now, I'm happy to have actually a backup solution outside of my computer and my little SSD drive. So I'm not sure about the speed on this thing yet. I thought it was going to be a lot faster than this. I don't know if it's just the way that it's hooked up to my little wireless router here, causing it to be limited on speed, or if that's just how it is. I mean, this is going to take quite a while to upload these files, but at least they're going to be backed up in a safe storage system that's on my desk and is never going to leave here. So that's definitely giving me some peace of mind. Yeah, I mean, again, I literally just got this thing and hooked it up and walked through with you guys. So basically, because it is just my personal cloud server now, I can access these files from anywhere, it sounds like. As long as I have an internet connection, I can do it on my phone because I have the app. I can do it on my computer, and I should be able to connect to my drive when I'm out somewhere if I need to grab files. If I want to pull some photos for posting on Instagram or something, I should be able to pull them off of here fairly easily. So, you know, maybe I'll do like a short video on that sometime once I get everything figured out on this end and see how simple that process is if I want to go back and pull a photo. All right, well, that was it for this video. Guess that probably didn't instill much confidence if you're interested in getting one of these things, but I don't know. Like I said, it could be my problem with the network or something, so I'll figure that out. But you guys saw the hurdles I went through and some of the issues I have to figure out still. But in the meantime, if anyone has any questions, you know, feel free to leave them below. Okay, quick update. That was actually really fast. So I couldn't figure out how to change the network settings on this thing to switch to one of the other Wi-Fi networks I have set up. So I ended up just doing a quick factory reset on it, install the app, reinstall the app. I opened up my Wi-Fi settings to check the different networks available, search for the device. Originally it was set up on the 2.4 gigahertz one, and that was the slow one that was causing me problems. So I had another one available, a 6 gigahertz one. Lo and behold, the device popped up on that one as available. So I was able to reset up this device on this new network with no issues. I set it up on my laptop this time. It recognized it perfectly and went super smoothly. I copied over my first files and it was literally 10 times faster. Before I was averaging around like 10 megabytes per second, and I just copied over the same exact folder I did before, and it was about 100 megabytes a second. So found the problem. It was my network, wasn't a device issue. So I'm glad that got figured out because it is so much faster now and it's exactly what I wanted. So I'm stoked on it now. Now I can recognize that I can copy all my files and make sure everything's backed up and access it easily. So it was a good call. I was worried for a second with those slow speeds, but user error, figured it out. So, all right, good luck guys if you get one, and hopefully this helps you in the setup process. Thanks.